become an entrepreneur or not, that's your choice. Right? I'll list down what are the traits, what are the features, what are the qualities that an entrepreneur should hold in the due course of the lecture. One thing I would stress upon, whether you are aiming to get into a company, whether you want to get into a service-based company, product-based company, or you want to get into an analytics-based company, or you want to get into a new gen company, irrespective of your career ambition, or whether you want to get into higher studies, you should develop entrepreneurial mindset. That is very important. You got it? Another session, all of you understand Tamil? No. Okay. Pardon me if I converse in English, Tamil. Okay. Okay. So if you want to really excel in your career, then you should develop the zeal of entrepreneurial mindset. Nowadays, they call it as intrapreneurship. No more entrepreneurship, it's called intrapreneurship. What is intrapreneurship? Imagine you are placed in an IT company. There you come across different type of challenges. If you could come up with one idea which would solve the challenge which they face in their vertical, in a particular vertical, then you may be asked to develop that idea. You may be given a set of people with whom you can work on, and you can prototype, you can validate your idea. If it proves to be good, your company will observe it, and they will also give you some funds. I mean, they will also give you credit. This is what intrapreneurship is all about. For example, I call myself as an intrapreneur. I am not an entrepreneur. I am an intrapreneur. What I do, I help my faculty, I help my students to start there or venture into the startups. So, my dear friends, this is an upcoming trend which is happening across all industries. All industries have incubation and acceleration facilities. Don't think that you join a job, you do your job, come out. No, it's not going to happen in that way. You have to find a new ways to impress your employer, right? This is one such way. I'm not saying that you have to do this, but there is an opportunity where you can also think about it. And second thing, leave out all these career goals, leave out all these other aspirations. As a person, as an individual, if you know what is what, if you know basics of entrepreneurship, it will immensely help you in developing your intrapersonal skills. Right? See, you would have, from the profile you would have understood, for past 18 years I was a thick IT professor who was working on different type of IT, and I have been guiding students in all capacity, UG, PG, PhD, all those things I have been doing. But for the past 2 years I was asked to coordinate this incubation foundation. That's where I found a real goal, It actually changed my mindset. Whenever I write a project proposal now, I think it in a different perspective. Whenever I write a paper, I think it in a different perspective. It has changed me. Believe me, I'm the standing example where these readings or these studies could change an intrapersonal skills of a human being. It could also happen to you. It will always help you in your career aspirations as well as in your personal life. Got it? So the objective of this lecture is not to make you an entrepreneur, but to cultivate entrepreneurial mindset in you. But by saying this, I never mean that you should not become an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a wonderful opportunity, wonderful option which you can also think of. You may have a lot of questions. I'll answer, and please don't wait till I complete my lecture. Wherever you find you have a doubt to clarify, immediately you ask. Clear? Are you all with me? Yes. So I'm not going to spend too much time on all these things. These are all verbose, different type of definitions for entrepreneurship. Okay, entrepreneurship is as a unified process of creativity, risk taking, and planning. Before getting into this entrepreneurship, I would say one thing you should keep in mind. What are the important traits? There are a lot of traits, lot of characters to become an entrepreneur. Important traits are, first thing, are you ready to take risk? You have to ask yourself. Are you ready to take risk? If yes, how long can you take a risk? It's not only about taking a risk. I may take a risk of bike jumping. How long can I do that? To make you understand. For example, if you are hailing from a very, very needy family, if you are second, if you can take a risk, how long can you take a risk? Because entrepreneurship is not a, I mean, one day, it's not like a Kanagaraj movie, everything will happen in the right morning, the movie ends. No, it cannot happen in that. It will take a lot of time. Correct? Third, are you ready to change? Are you ready to adapt? Or are you ready to change? Do you have the ability to change yourself? Because you require a constant change. You require a constant change. But take an example of a Google. Google, how they started? They started as a, what was the first product? Hey guys, come on, I'm not asking any Greek question in the Greek. What is the we use for Google? Search engine, right? They started as a search engine. Today, are they mere search engine? No. What they have? They have email. They have tribes. They have what is that? Maps. Very good. Pardon? Okay, then images. You see how they have pivoted themselves. They were ready to change. They were ready to adapt. They were constantly iterating themselves. So, do you have the capability? I just said for an example, for organization as an individual, are you ready to change? That you have to ask them. And finally, very, very important quality of an entrepreneur, are you ready to fail? Are you ready to fail? It doesn't mean that, don't think that I am talking negative or I am talking pessimism. No. I am asking, are you ready to fail? Because failures are very common thing in entrepreneurship. It's not about failing again and again. Sometimes it may also happen. I'm saying a lot of stories where you will understand all these successful companies have not succeeded in that first venture itself. They have all failed. They have all come back. Do you possess in you the ability to fail? Are you ready to fail? If you have all these characteristics, if you have all these features, then entrepreneurship is for you. If you think somewhere you are not, again I leave it to your judgment. Nobody can, I can't sit in this side, I cannot sit in this side and I cannot say you are a good entrepreneur or you are a bad entrepreneur. No. Don't such things could happen. So what we are saying, these traits are not being said for the sake of saying. It's all being said based on the scientific analysis and scientific data. Okay? You got it? Again I summarize. Are you ready to take risk? Are you ready to change? Are you ready? If you are ready to take risk, how long are you ready to take risk? Are you ready to change or adapt? Are you ready to fail? If you are open for all these things, come on, you can become an entrepreneur. Got it? So why entrepreneurship? Again, a philosophical answer. Economic development, a country. See, today India stands third in the world of startups. Okay, a wild guess. Can anyone say me what is the number of startups which are incubated per day in India? Any idea? Any numbers? Per day in India? See, you can say any answer. I am not going to reduce your internal marks. I don't have any power. You can say any number. What's wrong in it? Just say any number. 300? Okay. That is a take. 300. Then 1000? Okay. 20? 23,000. Do you know how many startups are there? I am asking per day, in an average, how many startups are registered in India? That's my question. Okay? Yeah, 300,000. But More than guys, I mean, I can understand you all should be part of the government schemes because you all have very good numbers. But fortunately or unfortunately, we have 85 to 90 startups per day. Per day. Okay. So India is startups. Obviously, you know who will be the first two. Who will be the first two?
US.
US. China.
China.
And with respect to unicorns also, India stands third. You know what is unicorn? Unicorn means when a company's valuation becomes $10 million. Right? So India also has more than 100 unicorns in India. I mean, more than 100 unicorns are there in India. If you want to understand, for example, I am saying, very recently Byju became a unicorn. Their asset value, their valuation went up more than 10,000 crores. The company valuation goes above 10,000 crore, we call it as a unicorn. It doesn't mean that Byju has 10,000 crore in their bank. No, don't plan for such things. So what I mean is the valuation of the company. If today someone wants to buy Byju's, they have to give 10,000 crores. That's the valuation. Okay, you will understand all those things. It's not much important for you at this stage. A company will have a valuation, pre-valuation, post-valuation. But Byju's current value, but remember one thing, Byju is still in loss. Byju is not making profit. Okay, PL statement of Byju is loss, but their valuation is 10,000 crores. Tomorrow we don't know, Microsoft or Ambani may buy that. Okay, it's up to the Byju's. But economic development, regional development, you would have heard about all states are pitching for improving or increasing the number of startups. We have an organization in Tamil Nadu called Startup PL. Across India, we have an organization called Startup India. Okay, so adapt to changing situations, problem solving and innovation. See, you all belong to computer science background. Yeah. Then this era is our era, right? Everywhere AI is playing a role. Correct? Generative AI. ChatGPT. Think about using ChatGPTs in different verticals. ChatGPT for health recommendation, healthcare recommendation. ChatGPT for educational recommendation. Many such ideas will come. So this is the era of generative AI, technology. Technology has become more sound. So you have to watch all those things. Employment generation, once you become an entrepreneur, you tend to give jobs to other people, so it also increases the employment. Social benefit. Obviously, I'll say a typical example of one of the students. He started his company. His company name was Achindre Knowledge Management Private Limited. Okay, he started it way back in 2008. Okay, he was my student in my previous assignment. I was with SRM, so he was my student there. I was his guide. So he started a company called Achindre Knowledge Management Private Limited. It's basically an edutech company which gives skill training for both faculties and students. He started that, he grew that across India, he expanded that to Africa, and one fine day, you would have wanted to buy it, quality of life. So what happened? He became a broker. After that, he devoted 2 more companies. Okay, right now this startup is one of the pioneer startup in the area of defense. There is a company called Big Bamboo. They are the startup who focus on defense related topics. They work very closely with, both founders of the company were my students. Praveen and Shiva, they are the owners of the company. They made money, they sold their company, they came out and they have made their money and they are now into another company. This is how the entrepreneur, I'm just saying you the success story. I do know thousands of Praveen who have failed. I'm not talking about it. I'm just showing you how can it improve your knowledge. So these are all some entrepreneurial processes. You can see here self-discovery, problem identification. identification, idea, research, market research, product development, market testing, business planning, financing, launch, growth, harvest. That's what I said. They harvested. They harvested the money, they become rich. They call me to be part of the company. Like a typical middle class professional, I hesitated. I said, I'm not going to come. If you would have gone, then I would have not. I standing here and leading a talk as an entrepreneur, not as a professional. But that's what I said. Are you ready to take this? That is a very, very important question which you have to ask constantly yourself. If I would have taken a risk, then I would have been a different level, different destination. I don't have regrets, but I'm just saying it. I mean, I can cite only myself as a good example. That's why I'm citing myself. Okay? So coming back here, these are all some verbos again. These are all personality traits. Creativity, motivation, taking risk, innovation, risk to tolerance, achievement orientation, optimism. These are all some traits which the entrepreneur should usually possess. These are all 4 types of entrepreneurs. Innovative entrepreneur, imitative entrepreneur, Fabian entrepreneur, and drone entrepreneur. What is first one? Innovative entrepreneur. Can you say me what is the innovative products you have come across so far? Come on, guys. What do you call as an innovative products? In your lifetime, you are in the era of innovation. What are the products you would call as a symbol of innovation? Huh? Pardon me? Dosa? Dosa maker is okay. I understand. Maybe it's your pain point. Okay. Okay, I'm not defying it, but commonly known. Hey, come on, guys. You're all IT students. You're all mobile safety students. What are the innovative products you have come across? Innovative ideas you have come across? Amazon. Alexa. Before that, the mother of Alexa, Amazon. Amazon itself is an innovative idea, right? Why to go that far? The current sensation, ChatGPT. Is it not an innovative one? You can see. I was checking yesterday or the last week. Yesterday, I was checking. My son was typing in ChatGPT. He's asking ChatGPT to visit my house. He's asking, "Will you come to my house?" I mean, to that extent, people think that I have scolded ChatGPT many times. You are giving me a wrong answer. You don't have a data. Why are you troubling me? It will ask me sorry. Okay, that's the only item which I could very freely scold. Okay, I can't do it with my wife or son. Okay, so coming back here, the first one, innovative entrepreneur are one who would have done path-breaking disruptive innovation. For example, Bill Gates. Correct? No one thought operating system could be inside the hardware. That was innovative, disruptive technology. Apple. Why we celebrate Steve Jobs? He was the one who found that you can also create a touch. You can embed touch sensation into the mobile phone. Apple phones are not innovative, but what I'm saying is the touch enablement which he brought in smartphones, we imagine that's a disruptive idea. So those kind of people we call them as an innovative entrepreneur. Today also Elon Musk is called as an innovative entrepreneur because he wants to send people to space. It's a disruption. It's a disruptive idea, correct? So high level of creativity we call it as an innovative entrepreneur. Done? Understood? Imitative entrepreneur. I said Amazon. What is the imitative idea? Myntra, Flipkart, Meesho, Ajio, whatnot. All these things are imitative entrepreneurship. Nothing wrong. See, one thing. You should understand one thing. The good news is copying is not bad in entrepreneurship. I have IoT, I have AI. I realize that this is going to help them, they will change. So once in a decade they will change. They are now known as Fabian entrepreneurs. Fabian entrepreneurs are those who will be doing their routine work and will be very reluctant to change, but they will change once in a while. They are called Fabian entrepreneurs. Drone entrepreneur, don't go with the word drone. No. not the meaning is not that drone. Drone entrepreneurs are the one who will never change.
YouTube.
They are very happy about what they are doing. You go to Anashi Kada in our town, he will be very happy in the way he is doing the business. He will never change. You go and talk to him, you can have an app, you can deliver it in the home. He will say, it's all, I'm happy with what I'm doing. The ideal example for drone entrepreneurship are the tea manufacturing industries. For the 50 years, past 50 years, if you go to Ooty or any other hill station, you will see they will definitely take, we will go and visit the tea factory. It will be the damn old methodology what they are using for last 20, 30, 40 years. They will never change because they don't have any additional change. They may buy a new mechanical equipment, but they will never change the process because it's not required. They are called drone entrepreneurs. Clear? So last two will be majorly focused on family business. Okay, majorly focused on family business. Sometimes, if you are very interested, getting into see nowadays, you would have heard about a lot of stories. Many IT employees have resigned their job and they have become farmers. It's also happening. So it's no more a family business. If you are interested, you can do. But that is called Fabian entrepreneur. You are called a Fabian entrepreneur. If you will change, but you will change once in a while. Drone, you will never change. Clear? See, that's why I say, taking a risk is a very, very important quality. I'll say two examples. One you all know. Nokia. Why did Nokia lost its place? It was dominating 90% of the market in India. Do you know why they lost the market? What mistake they did? Upgradation, right? What upgradation? No. What is the heart of smartphones? Android, OS, very good. You would have seen the Nokia CEO crying. That video is still available in YouTube. The major mistake, Android, when Google developed Android, they went to Nokia. They said, if you embed this into your mobile phone, it will be very good. But Nokia laughed at that. Nokia never believed that operating system could run on a mobile phone. This was the mistake what Nokia did. Because though they were a big entrepreneur, big enterprise, they were reluctant to take a risk. They could have tried. At least with some forces, they could have tried, but they missed the bus. That's where the downfall of Nokia started. Now again they are trying very hard. Another good example is, probably I don't know, your generation people, you have, whether you have seen it or not. Kodak. What is Kodak? Probably people like me, we know Kodak is a
Camera.
camera film industry. If you go to any photo studio, they will say Kodak. Fortunately or unfortunately, Kodak was the first company in the world to introduce digital camera. But they never believed in that product. You got it? They absolutely lost their place. Today, no one buys any film for taking photos. Kodak was one of the leader in photo industry, camera photo industry. Those days, when we were in college, if you go to any photo studio, you will see Kodak. Kodak ad will be there. Kodak was the highest selling camera roll, the roll which was used by cameras. You remember those olden days, they will take photos, yeah. But see, they were also not taking, they were the first person to introduce digital camera in the world, but they never believed in their product, they lost the market. So, you have to be always watchful and careful. Next slide is the very, very important slide in this entire lecture. What is innovation? Academically, if you see what is innovation, you will come across lot of definition. But in the entrepreneurial world, there is only one answer. What is innovation? Somebody is ready to buy, then it is called innovation. You come up with a very high level of innovation. Whether someone will be ready to buy it or not. If no one is ready to buy your item, it's not an innovation. Clear? You got it? I am not trying to say that you should not do innovation, don't ask me whether all my projects will be bought. No, I am not talking in an academic perspective. This definition is completely in the entrepreneurial perspective. If no one is ready to buy your product, then you don't have any energy. Clear? You may come up with a wonderful design. If nobody is ready to buy, what is the use? So no use. That's what I meant to say. Innovation, keep one thing in mind. Innovation is nothing but a process of translating an idea or invention into a good or service that creates value or for which the customers will pay. Someone should pay money and buy it. That is what innovation is about. We saw a lot of innovations now, right? Someone should pay money and sometimes need, generally, theoretically speaking, always need wins. The winning probability of need is always high, no doubt. But want also wins many times. It's not like you cannot you cannot erase or you cannot take the credit away from the want. Sometimes want also wins. Clear? So whenever you are thinking about any startup idea, see to that whether your idea is a need or want. I am not a judge. I am not a Solomon Papiar to say only need will win or only the want will win. No. Both can win. But the probability, if it is need, then the probability of winning is high. If it is a want, then you should see really what is the actual want you want to really make. So this is the constant. See, another example I'll say is need and want, very common thing. That's what these are. Need is a milk, want is a Horlicks or normal or Boost, whatever. There is another category. You say me now, Ola or Uber. Was that a want or a need? Want? Did anybody thought that they want? Did anyone? Did we imagine that we want something like that? Are you all getting me? I am talking about something. Sometimes they will create the want and they will make a business out of it. No one thought, no one wanted it actually. We never thought, 10 years back, 15 years back, we never thought for traveling for 3 kilometers or 4 kilometers I can hire a car. Taxis were there. Taxis were meant for only long distance journey. Otherwise, no one will go to taxi. But this Ola or Uber, what they did, they created a want and they made a business of a driver from in air commutation in Chennai. Cities like Chennai. The company is E-Tech, it's an IIM integrated company. They are into it. I think and nobody knows everything. I mean, nobody can say in this world, though I am talking about ideas, nobody in this world can clearly say whether this idea will win or not. But what we can do is, to our learned capacity, to the level of experience what we have got, we could suggest whether this idea could be a successful idea. But no one can be very critical in judgment and no one can very clearly, decisively say this idea will work out, this idea will fall. Key factors. First step in identifying the idea. It should not be only your pain point. You got it? For example, I don't know to ride the car, I cannot create an automated driving class. I should see, is this a pain point of many people like me? Are you all getting me? I'll tell you some stories. The next slide talks about stories. Alternatively, look at your surroundings. What are the pain points faced by your parents? What are the pain points faced by your friends? What are the pain points faced by your professors? What are the pain points faced by your sisters or brothers? Is there anywhere you can intervene and give a solution? That's very important. So don't look out for. That's very important. So don't look out for ideas. Don't think that all these ideas are now organically known. All these ideas are now organically known. All those things are with someone's pain point. Pain point of the problem. What is there? It could be someone's pain point. We'll see some stories. Common mistakes with startup ideas. What are the common mistakes with startup ideas? Not solving the problem. I'll say you one statistic. 85% of the startups in the globe fail. If 100 startups are there, 85 startups fail. Do you know they did a lot of experiments? Now I throw it open to the forum. Can you say me what could be the reason for failure of a startup? Each circle should say me one answer. Distinct answer. I start from here. Why do you think that startups could fail? I want one right answer. I want only answer. Why startups maybe fail? What would be the startup failure? So this answer is they were not able to reach properly. Okay, got it. This side. They have not taken any risk. Okay, that's the case. Then they would have not become an entrepreneur at all, right? Okay, anyhow, the reservation I take your answer. This side, they were not consistent. Okay, they were not consistent. This side, they are not satisfying the user requirement. Good. Financial problem. Yeah, it's a valid problem. Financial problem. Good. They don't have proper knowledge. We call that as a founder market fit. I'll come to it later. The last row. Can I answer full time? They were not able to compete. They were not competitive enough. Good. Guys, you all have given me the answers. Absolute answers. Scientific experiment proved that all your answers were right. They didn't have funding, they were not able to withstand in the market, they were not able to find a founder market fit. But major reason was this team cracked it. They were producing the products that nobody wants. You think that it's a good product, but people never worry about it. Most of the startups in the world, not only in India, in the world fail because they produce something which nobody is interested. Nobody is ready to buy. Correct? That is the problem. You think high of your problem, you think high of your solution and you present it to the people. They are not knowledgeable. Because it is not their problem. You are not solving their problem. Why should I buy it? Yeah? So, not solving the real problem. Getting stuck on a tar pit idea. This tar pit idea is a very, very categorical word. If I ask you, there are very commonest problem during our college days, during my father's college day, my college day, it will also prevail in my son's college day. That is, how to spend the weekend. How can we spend the weekend? How can we gather? How can we party in the weekend? Okay, the way of partying has changed. During our days, eating samosa, drinking tea was the party. Okay. Now I don't want to say it has all evolved. But what I'm trying to say, can you develop an app to automate this? Many have been trying, but they are not successful. Though it is a very complex problem, I'll say a very, very understandable example. If you ask anybody, what is the biggest problem in this world? Poverty. Biggest problem in this world? Hunger. You should not go and say, social entrepreneurship is different, but you should not go and target the problem which nobody has solved. You cannot give a solution for solving the poverty in the entire globe. It's not your case. Are you all getting me? Like you got it? So you have to be very, very careful. Don't get into the target idea where or which have been not solved so far. By this, I am not making a statement that you should not do any service. Service is different. I am talking only about startup ideas. Clear? Third point, not evaluating an idea. When you think that your idea is good, you should evaluate. You should discuss. You should talk to relevant people. You should get their feedback. You should not decide on yourself that this is a great idea. If you think that your idea is great, then it's wrong. Clear? I'll say example for all the things. Good ideas are hard to find. No, it is not at all a problem. Problems are plenty. Problems are available everywhere. Good ideas are not hard to find. You cannot book a resort in the ECR, take a break, stay there for 3 days, and you cannot find a startup idea. It will not work out. Probably you can enjoy the sunrise and sunset. Okay, but other than that, nothing will work out. Good ideas are present everywhere. I say you have to organically look for it. This is what each and every point I said. The first point alone I will repeat again. Not solving a real problem, we call this as a SISP. Solution in search of a problem. What is solution in search of a problem? A typical way in which we select our project idea. How do you select your project idea? You decide you are going to use AI. You decide you are going to work in IoT. You decide you are going to work in blockchain. You decide you are going to use only ML algorithm. After fixing the solution, you go and search for a problem. Am I right? Am I right or not? This may be a good idea for doing a project, but this is not a good idea for starting a startup. எனக்கு AI தெரியும் அதனால நான் அதுல ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் சால்வ் பண்ணி நான் ஸ்டார்ட்அப் ஃபவுண்டர் ஆயிடுறேன். No, this will not work out. You should go other way around. Find a problem. If you could use AI to solve the problem, it's well and good. Clear? Always we say it's very, very, very hard to find a problem. Solution comes and sits. You need not worry about the solution. Find a very, very beautiful problem. Actually, the paradigm shift what you need to make here is you should not love the solution, you should love the problem. You should not love the solution. You should not think that, my research area is blockchain. So I should not think, how can I use blockchain to solve a problem? No, that is never work. I should really capture a problem. If blockchain can be used to that, it's well and good. Otherwise, it's not a problem. You can use any other mechanism also. Yeah, getting it right. See, while you are choosing your project, you do the same way. You know your strength and what are it. But by this, I never mean that you should select a problem which is outside your context. You cannot go and solve a mechanical problem. I do understand that. But what I am saying is, spend time in identifying the right problem, which keeps you interested. Because problems are the one which will become your company, and the company is the one which you are going to spend your lifetime. So that problem should be keeping you inspired for at least 10 years or 15 years. You got it? Your company you 5 to 10 years you will travel with that company. If the idea is not inspiring, if it is not driving you, you cannot live with them for a long time. Keep that in. So target ideas we discussed. I don't want to again revisit that. Not evaluation of an idea. See, this is the place where you should actually be. Pick the first idea that comes to your mind. No. Wait for the perfect idea. No. Both these are perfect example for failures. Don't, if something comes to your mind flashy, don't go and start. No, you will fail. Don't sit and wait for a perfect idea. It will never come. Nothing is perfect in this world. You will never see anything perfect in this world. It's all evolving. Today something may be perfect, tomorrow it may change. You can't wait for a perfect idea. Perfect idea wait panna, you will never become an entrepreneur. That's the truth. And you should also not go with your first. Then what should you do? Think of your idea as a good starting point. From here, discuss with your friends, discuss with your co-founders, discuss with the stakeholders, we call that as a customer journey. There is a new concept in entrepreneurial world, we call that as a lean startup methodology. What does lean startup methodology says is, whenever you get an idea, don't immediately start a company. At least meet 100 customers in the relevant field. Talk to them. Get their opinion. Validate your idea. If you still find that idea is validated, it's a good idea, then go for it. Otherwise, no problem, drop the idea, come up with something else. Puridappa, for example, you want to create a new social media site. That's the case, you think who is your target customer. You have fixed your target customer as in the age group of 17 to 25. You randomly talk to people in the age group of 17 to 25. You should not go and ask straight questions. For example, I should not go and ask him, if I start a new social media, will you join? He will say biased answer, either yes or no. If he wants to eliminate me, he will say yes. If he doesn't like me, he will say no. Ultimately, because he wants to get rid of me. I will go and ask him with 10 questions. Are you happy with the social media current channels? Say, rate the Facebook or Instagram in the scale of 1 to 10. You will get bored. So, you should not straight away go and ask whether if I start or if I do something, will you appraise or not. You try to find out through negotiation what is the problem he is facing in the current social media channels. You got it? Or he may be looking for some feature which is not part of the existing social media networks. Find out that, not only from him. I am saying the minimum of 100 people in the age group of 17 to 25. Talk to them. Summarize. Then you will come to know whether your idea will work out or not. Many instances, what happened is, after this customer mapping or customer journey, the founders have found a different problem actually. They wanted to create, for example, you want to create a social media network for pet animals. The owners of pet animals alone will be the members. If that's an idea, when they went and talked to them, they would have found something else. They would have understood that the buying, there is no e-commerce site to buy products for pet animals. For example, I'm saying. That could be the idea, that could be the problem which they may be facing. அவங்க சொல்லுவாங்க சோஷியல் மீடியா சேனல்லாம் விடுங்க என் பெட்டுக்கு நான் வாங்குறதுக்கே ஒரு அமேசான் மாதிரி ஒரு இதே இல்லைங்க அப்படின்னு. That is the point which you have to keep note. If majority of the people say that is the problem, then that is your idea. This is all. That's why I said, if you recall my initial talk, are you ready to change? Are you ready to adapt? That's most important. You should not say, no, I have come here to only start e-commerce website for pet animal owners, I will only do this. No. You have to be open. Clear? These are all some exercises which you have to really do. Good ideas are not hard to find. Organically, they are available. Very simplest method. Even before going there, I'll give you some ideas. How many of you have heard about Redbus? Redbus, you all know it. The story behind Redbus is, the founder of Redbus, he was working in Bangalore as an IT engineer. Right? One day night, his hometown is Hyderabad. He wanted to go to Hyderabad. So it was Diwali season. He came to Bangalore Majestic bus stand. He was looking for different buses. There were free seats in the bus, but he could not climb the bus because all the tickets were held by the agents. You got it? You cannot directly get into the bus because the bus tickets were sold by the agents, physical agents who were in the bus stand. He went to each and every agent. The agent was not aware that the bus seats are vacant. Clear? So that same night, he could not travel to his hometown. He was stuck in the Bangalore itself. That Diwali he spent in the Bangalore. Thank God, he came up with an idea called Red Bus. Whose pain point he was trying to solve? His pain point. But was it his only pain point? No. He sensed there is an opportunity to systemize this, and he get into it. He found Red Bus. Now he sold it. But that is the story behind Red Bus. Another important story. You all know Freshworks, Girish Mathrubootham. Freshworks is an IT company. It started as a fresh desk. Okay, he was a Tamil guy. He was working in the on-site in US for many years. At some point of time, he planned to come back to Chennai. He came here, but before coming here, he bought a new LED TV in US. While as usual, while shipping all his home things, it was also shipped here. When he came here, when he installed the TV in his house in Chennai, the TV was not working. He bought the TV in US. He installed the TV in Chennai and the TV was not working. Immediately what will we do? What can we do? Customer? He rang up the customer care. Many times he called us, as usual, we all know. Marketing calls, they will call us. But when we go to them for a problem, they will never call us back. So he tried calling all customer numbers. He got tired. Then he took an idea. He made an idea. That was the time when the social media was becoming popular. He wrote about this problem in all his social media networks. That too, tagging the owner of the TV company. Immediately what happened? Because the company knows that their reputation is getting spoiled. Immediately the company intervened. They spoke to him, they replaced the TV. A new TV came from US. So this is where he found there is a gap in the customer care process. He started a company called Fresh Desk. Again, what was the pain point he was trying to solve? His own pain. He started a Fresh Desk, then the Fresh Desk became Freshworks. It's an IT company which is in Dharamani. Now recently they also released their IPOs in New York market. They are also private, public shareholding. So that was the problem he tried to solve. Third story, I'll stop with this story, Savan. You all are aware of Spotify. Savan, okay, Jio Savan, right? Savan was acquired by Jio. Savan was the company. Savan was the first company to come up with this idea of listening to songs at your ease. During my childhood days, we don't have instant that too. Only Friday 30 minutes. Otherwise, if you want to listen to any theme songs, during the festival time they will play songs. That too, most probably they will play. But slowly what happened? When people wanted to listen to some songs at their ease, that's where Savan came. Savan was the first idea where you can listen to, he tried to digitize the music. He tried to digitize, that's what Savan did. Later on it was acquired with Jio, but Savan, then Spotify came, Amazon Prime, Amazon, a lot of other things. But that is the idea which he wanted to listen to songs as a construction company. Now, do you understand how
No, no.
they get very aptly matched with their product? They are preparing a building plan. Who will be in charge for that? She will be taking care of it. That need to be delivered in the tab. Who will be taking charge of it? This guy will be taking. So, founder market fit is very, very important. Clear? How big is the market? For example, there are two types of markets which are currently happening now, and there are two markets which may pick up only in the future. For example, quantum computing may pick up in the future. They may not, it may not have current opportunities now, but it may pick up in the future. Particularly, Indian government is opening up a lot of space for private players in the space research organization. Already they have opened up in the defense, now they are opening in the space. Metaverse will play a very important role in the future, but Metaverse is also now. If you want to start any startup in Metaverse, its current time is now. So Coinbase, for example, Coinbase is a cryptocurrency based platform. They came in 2012. At that time, it was not a big fuss, but Coinbase became a very big unicorn today. Okay. How acute is the problem? Are you really solving a problem? This Brex is an example. They came up with the concept of credit cards for startups. There is another new company. They have come up with the credit card for only truck drivers. Because those are all the people for whom they will not give a credit card, right? Startups are very, future is very, it's questionable. They are not reliable, right? So who will be there? The traditional banks are not open enough to give a credit card to them. So this company took a risk. They gave credit cards to them. Do you have a competition? That's very, very important. See, there are two theories. One, if there is no competition, then that means it may be a very innovative idea. Otherwise, there may be another danger that is not a good idea. Nobody is into it. Clear? For example, solving the poverty. It's not a good idea for startups. And this why you should always keep in mind, this is Michael Porter's principle, threat of entry. You want to create a company like Amazon, you have a huge threat of entry because Amazon holds 80% of the market. You have to be very, very, very innovative. Buyer power. There are some industries where buyer will dictate the terms. You cannot dictate the terms. Only the buyer will dictate the terms. Okay? Supplier power. There are some companies. See, buyer power, for example, coal industries. Coal industries, they will be the one who will be dictating the terms. You don't. The people who buy the coal, they will be the one who will be dictating the terms. Supplier power, for example, you take semiconductors or even laptop industry. Today the price has gone up. You can't question them, right? You can't question them because they say that the cost of the manufacturing has gone up and this is the price. That's all. You don't have any power to bargain or you don't have any other option. The supplier has the value. Threat of substitutes. Is your idea very easily copyable? If you come up with a small value addition and if tomorrow Amazon could easily incorporate that, then you will be gone. So you should have a unique idea. Competitive rivalry. So you should also think about who is your competitor, how are they positioning themselves, what is their status, and so on. So these examples we have seen. So these are all proxy companies. We call this as a proxy company. Rappi is a food delivery company which was started in Latin America. I need not to say proxy companies, Swiggy, Zomato, Denso, all are proxy companies. This is also possible. For your information, the first food delivery company in the world was DoorDash. DoorDash was started by two Stanford students. They wanted to eat Thailand food. They could not find any Thai foods in the US. Okay, they thought, they dreamt like someone who deliver the food, that would be the heaven. That's the idea. They started DoorDash. They made huge business. That idea was copied in Latin America. They called it Rappi. That was again copied in India. That is Swiggy, Zomato, blah blah. Here, idea which you want to work for 10 more years. This Boom is a company. They are working on how can they fly the flight by using ultrasonic waves. SpaceX, I need not to say, Elon Musk wanted to send all of us to Mars. It's not a now company, it's a future company. He believes that this idea will work and they are working on it. Okay, these kind of ideas may also be there. And you have to see whether your idea is a scalable one. You cannot come up with an idea to sell your product to only 1,000 people in Chennai. That's not a good idea. Can you scale it? Can you scale it to 1,000, from 1,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to lakh, lakh to crore, and so on? You have to be very, very critical about that. And very important thing, are you in a good idea space? That's what I said. Google was in a good idea space. See, for your information, Google was not the first search engine company. It was technically it was the 7th search engine company. Facebook was not the first social media company. It was the 19th social media company. But they had conviction, they had belief in the product. That's why they were able to. Google first search engine was the 7th in the world. 6 people came before that, but they could not survive. For many reasons, they could not survive. Yes? So, I don't think so I'll have time for this. I'll share this slide now. This point, you should look at assessing your idea. What pain point are you trying to solve? Is it large and critical? Ask yourself, when you try to come up with a new idea, will you buy it? Will you pay money and buy it? If so, then proceed. Otherwise, if you think that you will not buy it, then don't go for it. Second, for whom are you solving this problem? I'll say a very open problem. Asthma identification device for kids in India is a huge potential problem. You can Google and see how many kids are affected by asthma in India. If you are able to capture 1%, 2%, or 3% of that market, you become a billionaire. Right? So, who is your target customer? I'll say Indigo. Wonderful example is Indigo. When Indigo launched their flights, they were very clear that their target customers were middle class people and they were not targeting the elite people. They were targeting middle class people. You know the success of Indigo? What Indigo did was, see, you have to pay huge money for hosting or making your flights to stand in the airport. You have to pay huge rent. For every minute they have to pay rent in lakhs. You got it? That's what the huge expense of flights. So what Indigo did an optimization algorithm. They saw to that none of the flights will wait in the airport for a long time. They wanted to reduce that cost. By reducing that cost, they wanted to reduce the ticket price. By reducing the ticket price, they wanted to target the middle class people. This is the strategy. Clear? So huge cost is involved for paying the rent. When the flight going in airport like this, you have to pay roads. So you have to reduce the waiting time. That's where Indigo did a lot of it. Okay? How are you trying to solve? That's what I said. What is the unique way? We call that as a USP, unique solution. What is the different way? What is the differentiation you are trying to make to solve the problem? Is anyone else doing it? Competitor analysis. Is anyone else doing it? If so, how different can you do it? Okay.
Center.
And can you do it differently from them? Can you charge your customer? That's most important. How much can you charge? There are different models of charging. Example, Urban Club, Ola Cabs, these are all some examples. Okay, this is the last slide. Here, you are going to answer me. Have you all heard about Urban Club or Urban Company? Yes or no? At least one in the team. Then you say me, what is the problem? The Urban Club now, it's nothing but it is the art in which you can get help for any kind of services, domestic services. You want to clean your house. You want to clean your restrooms. You want a TV mechanic. You want a two-wheeler mechanic. You want someone to cut your hair, barbers. You want someone to clean your house. You want someone, anything you want, you can ask Urban Club. Okay. What is the pain point they are trying to solve? Anybody? One or two pain points? Pardon? Basic needs. Okay. Then?
To reduce traveling costs
For what?
for customers.
Okay, you want to reduce traveling costs for customers. Do you travel and find people?
It's a positive outcome.
Well, you have to think critically. What is that they are trying to solve actually? Urban club, they have got very well. Then that is why it's flowing. Everything, no, that's fine. That is the solution what they are providing. You are saying about the solution. I am asking what pain point are they solving? It is difficult to find the people, no? The blue collar job. And particularly think that if you are new to the place, if you are moving new to the place, you don't know anybody who is doing all these things. Earlier we used to refer Suneka, Jaswal, and we used to call people. Nowadays that is solved by Urban Club. Okay, these are all the pain points, these are all the target audience, these are all the solutions for this. Okay, so I leave these slides. I leave your. Now it's time for question. Do you have any questions?
Now, query section. Those who are having doubts, please raise.
Okay. If you're not going to ask, I'll use my free knowledge. I'll come one day by day. Each day has to ask me one question.
Yes, that's good, sir.
Ask loudly so that your friends can also hear. Yes.
Don't talk.
Yes. Any doubts? No, any doubts?
Hey, questions discuss with each other and raise the doubts.
Yes.
Hey, anything I'm asking? Girls,
Yeah, it's actually this is the first question I was expecting. Her question is, can she start a company without any money? Believe me, friends, today funding is not a problem at all.
Manasa.
You can get funding left, right, center. Funding is not a problem. But to answer your question, it depends on the context one. If you want to start a manufacturing startup, obviously you need to have money. But being IT guys, you want to start a SaaS-based company. Service as software as a service. You need not have any money. You have if you are lucky enough to get co-founders who will not ask salary, then you can start a company with them. Okay, but see, money comes in the later stage. Once your idea is validated, initially you will get a grant. Then you will get a seed fund. Then you will get money from angel investors. Then you will get money from VCs, venture capitalists. Then you will get money from PEs. Finally, you will get into IPO or shares. Okay. Funding is not a problem. Don't believe me, funding is not a problem. Yeah. This way. Yeah. No, please. Yeah. See. question which I face day in, day out in my college. Whenever I go and talk to anybody, they will ask me why you have not started a startup. I'll say, tomorrow you will get placed in Amazon. Imagine, let's see the positive side, you get placed in Amazon. You should not ask me, sir, you have been teaching us for last 20 years, why you didn't get placed in Amazon? My job is equip you to get into a good company. So, no, that's what I never said. I have different ideas. I'm floating it. I've also floated 2-3 companies. I've closed them. So it's not something that I'm not into idea. I will be working on this. I have some ideas. I'm working with my students. Soon I'll be launching this. Okay, but I'm a teacher. You know, you should. That's why I said you will get placed in a tomorrow. You will get placed in an IT company. You should not come and ask your professor why you have not got placed in IT. That makes sense, right? My job is only to teach you. Okay, but it's a good question. See, I understand your spirit. When you preach something, you should practice. But that's why I said I am an intrapreneur. I am not an entrepreneur. Okay. You want co-founders? Yeah, listen here. It's a very, very important question,
Listen.
Yeah, listen here. Our question is, how will you find a co-founder for your company? First thing, there are 2 things. Always, I don't recommend that you should have homogeneous crowd.
Listen.
Okay? All of you should not be from the single stream. If all of you are your batchmates, you will all only think in the single way. You try to have heterogeneous crowd. But for this, you should not go and get some people from the street. That also will not work out. Some friends, some relatives, some nears and dears, who may be fascinated about your idea. And my dear friends, there are different portals. You asked me a question, right? We are working on a portal where we are going to collect, or we are going to make it as a portal where you can find your co-founders. That is the business idea which I am working on. Okay, that's the business idea I am working on. We will create a portal. It will be more like a Naukri portal. Whoever wants to find a co-founder, they will come there. Then we will make them to meet each other. They will discuss. If it is okay, then they will be part of it. Finding a co-founder is very, very important for us success of the company. My dear friends, we all know only single names. Facebook had 4 co-founders. Microsoft had 2 more co-founders. Apple had 2 co-founders. Actual Apple design was not done by Jobs. It was done by the other co-founder. Okay, so all companies will have co-founders. Co-founders are very, very important aspect of success of the company. That you have to get, see, one thing, they should have the same level of passion what you have towards the idea. If you are able to convince them, then your idea will come. Yeah, any other doubts? If not, thank you so much. You can reach me. The way to get started is to quit talking and delay doing what it is. Okay. So this is what is applicable for all. Thank you.
Abhishek.
First of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our management, Center School of Engineering, CMAX. I am happy to register my sincere thanks to our beloved director ma'am, principal sir, for giving this opportunity to our department to conduct workshop. Next, I would like to thank today speaker Dr. N. Balaji for making an excellent presentation and making this seminar a very meaningful and interesting. Last but not least, I thank our HOD, collegians, students of SSC. Once again, thank you, one and all.
Students go to your respective places.
Sir.
Yes.